WWE has been very understanding and compassionate towards her and her husband's needs, meaning her having her baby and him going through the alcohol issues.
Okay. I think we're good.
And then, but she didn't flat out say that they were leaving or not, but she did say a lot of good things about the WWE. And most people would say good things if they were on the way out. But who knows? Maybe they're happy where they are at 205 Live. And what do you think, John?
Well, if we're talking about everything that's going on with AEW, I think it's pretty much a given that the revival is a definite for AEW. I'd say that the Mike and Maria Kanellis situation is very interesting. But I don't see it becoming anything special until Mike says anything.
Right. I think the revival is most likely then Ziggler, then them. I think that Maria has been to WWE before. That's where she got her start. She found Mike in Ring of Honor. They went to Impact, and now they're at WWE. So unless they're not happy with their roles, he has a lot of time to grow and learn there, whereas Ziggler has been in that system for so long, right. And nothing – let's face it, guys. Ziggler, no matter how much you like him and no matter how good he is, he's not going to be the top guy there.
No.
So him moving to AEW or leaving wrestling altogether is still a possibility. There has been no word out of his camp. So a wrestler that has been signed to AEW, PAC, has had a couple of great matches lately. One in Defiant Wrestling on Fully Loaded this past week, and one from Rev Pro live at the Cockpit 37 against Zack Sabre Jr. We are going to get into those matches right now.
I don't know why, but I kept wanting to call it live at the Cockpit 13. I don't know why the number 13 was in my head, but it totally was.
I don't know either. But
whenever I was telling anybody about what we were talking about today, I kept saying live at the Cockpit 13. I'm like, it's not. It's 37.
Well, these are my notes for the David Starr match. PAC versus David Starr. The entire crowd erupted for their hometown wrestler.
Oh, they really did.
Newcastle's own PAC. PAC gets right in Starr's face and points at his Open the Dreamgate title. Welcome home chants shake the building. He's come home. He's coming home. PAC, 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 PAC is coming home. Sing-along chants. Show us the greatest star. It is David Starr. Sing-along chants. PAC tells Starr to take him down. He tries to do a shoulder tackle twice. It doesn't work. He turns it into a snapmare and a shoulder tackle. Lots of heel taunts here. He pats David on the head and kicks dirt at the crowd.
Right.
The chants of bastard ring throughout the arena. Some nice mat wrestling turns into a crisscross of the ropes.
Yeah.
And Dave hits a Thez press. Dave taunts PAC now as the crowd chants, "You fucked up."
Yeah.
Outside the ring, PAC sends Dave into the barrier twice. Fuck him up, bastard. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, bastard. Fuck him up. Springboard lariat sends PAC off the apron, but PAC with an enziguri to Dave as he goes for a suicide dive. There was a beautiful moonsault to the outside from the second rope from PAC. Now inside, a big missile dropkick from PAC. PAC whipped David into the corner and stomped his throat, using the ropes for leverage. Why would you strike? Pac's abdominals.
Right.
You just don't do that. They look harder than a damn brick.
Exactly.
Star hits a suplex to a knee, neck breaker, chops and forearms in the corner to PAC, springboard elbow from the second, and then a top rope elbow from Star for 2. Star goes for the lariat. PAC ducks, but gets caught with a release gut wrench suplex. PAC with a cradle pin for 2.
Sid says, and they're sexy AF. PAC's abs, that is.
True. Star catches PAC's leg, throws him down, and thrust kicks his head for 2. PAC with a springboard into the ring with a cutter. A huge superplex from PAC for 2. More heel taunts turns into a fist fight. I mean, they're just going at it like Joe Coffey and Pete Dunne did last week at UK TakeOver Blackpool. Star catches another cutter and crushes PAC's head onto his knee again. Star cartwheels through a lariat, hits the ropes, and hits his signature lariat. Then a second one for 2. PAC misses the black arrow, and Star locks in a crossface before PAC can get to the rope. Star doesn't know what to do. He's so frustrated. Star says that this is my home, meaning Defiant, not Newcastle. Star goes for a destroyer, but PAC loses him, tosses him over, and he lands on the ref. A low blow by PAC and a black arrow as the ref comes to 1, 2, 3. PAC wins the match. This was a great match with a lot of good storytelling and good selling throughout. The crowd was fully invested. And afterwards, Rampage came down, shook David Starr's hand, and said, "You now have my respect, and if you want a title shot, you have it." He leaves. Yeah. And David Starr says, "I don't need your pity. I don't need your respect. All I want is your damn title, and I will beat the shit out of you at Unstoppable because I'm really good at wrestling."
That's very true. He is very good at wrestling.
Defiant here had a great match with a top star on their brand against PAC and used it to further a storyline without PAC. Yeah. So it was really nice to see. John, your thoughts?
So David Starr and PAC was an amazing contest. I would say that David Starr definitely gave PAC probably one of his best matches since he's been on the indie circuit. Mm-hmm. The whole thing with the low blow and the black arrow, it was so impactful. What I said was I did have some notes about this. I'm trying to find where I live on this computer right now.
So am I.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's going on?
I don't know, but like your entire inbox broke.
Fuck. I got this. Where are my PAC notes? Yes. Okay. PAC versus David Starr. What I said about this was that the crowd was on fire the whole time. Like you said, the crowd is hot, hot, hot. They adored both competitors equally. They had the David Starr say David Starr chant going. They had the bastard chant going. PAC has this talent, and I call it a talent. It's an innate ability to just stare at every opponent he has with pure disdain.
Oh my God, his sneers are amazing.
Oh yeah.
When he got in David Starr's face with the title, and he was like, I'm just like, dude, amazing. He looks so menacing.
Right.
So menacing. So anyway, you want to get into the next PAC match?
Yeah, the other PAC match we had was one that I was looking forward to. We had the incomparable Zack Sabre Jr. against the also incomparable PAC.
Now, this match started off with both getting in each other's face, and Zack saying, "You may have the muscles, but I have the brain."
Yeah.
And just really showing PAC that he does not care who he is. And PAC never took his eyes off of Zack Sabre Jr.
Right. So what I said was it was really interesting. They were trying to out-asshole each other, is what I called it.
Definitely.
Like Zack would give him a little short kick to the leg, and Pac would follow up with one of his own. And there was like the face shoving from both of them. Zack was talking shit the whole time. And then Pac finally got into a little bit of trash talk towards the end of the match. And I also said that
every time Zack, with Zack Sabre Jr., you know what you're getting.
Right.
And he kept trying to do things with PAC, and he would get one-ups on him here and there until PAC hit a second gear, and he did a backflip out of a move and drop kicked him.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh shit, PAC's on the move."
Yeah.
So anyway, this match
I also said, sorry to cut you off.
No.
But because I watched this match with my mom, because she's the biggest ZSJ mark that I know.
Really?
And she's also the biggest PAC mark that I know. And so when I told her that we were covering this match, she said, "Oh, I want to watch that." So we went home last night. I hooked up the laptop to the TV, logged in. We put it on the big screen. It was really fun to watch just an awesome match with my mom, because she watches wrestling with me, but we're always watching like NXT and 205 Live and stuff.
Yeah.
And I love getting to show her like New Japan or Rev Pro and all this other stuff, because she's into that too.
Right.
We just don't get it as often.
That's how I am with my aunt.
Yeah.
The first time I showed her Shinsuke Nakamura was right back there.
That match? That's awesome.
And she was like, "Oh, that's great." And then he came to WWE.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, this match, man, Zack Sabre Jr. was what I always call him, the lanky prick.
He was.
And PAC was the bastard. PAC lost or won via DQ.
Yeah. Yeah. PAC won via DQ because Zack Sabre Jr. PAC was setting up for the Black Arrow, and ZSJ kicked the referee into the ropes.
Yeah, and the referee, instead of letting it go, counted it off. And
then
PAC,
ZSJ, by doing that, the crowd went berserk. He has the most legit heel heat, I think, outside of Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, dude.
Especially in Rev Pro. Yeah.
He's hated everywhere.
Yeah, he really is. And what I said was, despite vastly different finishing moves, PAC and Zack Sabre Jr. fight very much alike.
Yeah, they're really methodical.
Yeah. And it was interesting to watch a match in which both competitors prefer the slow, methodical pace. And somebody not used to that style would probably call it boring.
Yeah, but with the two names,
right,
makes it exciting.
And I said people that like that style or understand that style more find it not boring, but suspenseful.
Which is England.
Yeah.
Which is the UK style.
Yeah. They find it's very suspenseful. Because you know that this is going to end on one move.
Right. So the end there, Zack Sabre Jr. grabs his title as he put it up on the line, and he walks away, and PAC gets on the mic and starts saying, like,
"Is your mother proud of you?
Is your mother proud of you?" And Zack comes back in and tries to hit him with a chair, right?
Yeah.
And out comes your boy, Willie Ospreay,
the aerial assassin.
He runs Zack off, and he goes to help PAC up. PAC says, "No, I don't need your hand," stares him down and walks out, and they never take their eyes off of each other. And February 15th and they are going to go at it for Rev Pro. So this match,
so fucking psyched for that match.
As good as it was, it built up towards PAC's next time he's at Rev Pro against Will Ospreay, which I thought was smart booking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna get into Smokey and the Bandido,
our big review this week.
Yep, from PWG. But last night, if you don't know this, PWG is hard to get a hold of. You literally have to buy the DVDs. They take a while to come out. That's why we're doing this review now. But last night at the Globe Theater, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla put on Hand of Doom. We had Brodie King against Jungle Boy, Puma King versus DJ Z, LAX versus Laredo Kid and Ray Horace, Robbie Eagles versus Jonathan Gresham, the Rascals against Best Friends, and Bandido against ACH, and Geoff Cobb putting his title on the line against Trevor Lee. So I can't wait to watch that. But let's get into Smokey and the Bandido.
Smokey and the Bandido. The first match we have is Trevor Lee versus Darby Allin. Now, what we decided to do with this show was, because of the length of the show, we decided that Tim here would take all the odd matches, match 1, 3, 5, and 7. And I did the even matches. So the first match, Trevor Lee versus Darby Allin, Tim.
Before the match started, Trevor Lee grabbed the mic and graced the crowd with a hilarious promo. He said that he was a finalist in Bola before and is the longest tenured wrestler in PWG and has to be a replacement for Joey fucking Janela in a match against this guy, Darby Allin, which sounds like it was straight out of a backyard. Trevor says, you come out here looking like a fucking demon, but I'm PWG God, so take your best shot. Trevor hands Darby a chair and kneels with his hands out. And he's saying, take your best shot, motherfucker. And he says, this isn't a good Charlotte concert. This ain't Thrasher Magazine. This is PW fucking G. And I didn't know Trevor had that in him.
No, not at all.
Darby is reluctant, and Trevor said, oh, I already said this. Darby gave away the chair, and the high-octane match started. It was a hot start by Darby Allin with a beautiful springboard arm drag and a stun dog millionaire.
Right. Oh, sorry.
And a Lope Suicida. This ends when he goes for a moonsault, and Trevor moves and boots him right in the jewels. Trevor with some heel.
Trevor says, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry about this.
Trevor with some heel slowdown moves and a big Irish whip into the corner. A crucifix bomb out of a Tour of the Islands by Darby for 2. Yeah. Trevor had enough and launches a rushing Darby over the top onto the floor. Trevor tells people to make a lot of space. Move, 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 move. And then he just throws Darby back in the ring, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
Right.
So then he Darby locked in an armbar and punched and headbutted Trevor's hand. Darby went for a coffin drop, which is, if you're not familiar, he gets to the top rope and jumps as high as he can backwards onto you. He calls it a coffin drop. He goes for a coffin drop, but Trevor catches him into a backbreaker. Darby with a 2 count off of a Yoshi Tonic, a huge coffin drop to the outside. Trevor with a big black hole slam. Type backbreaker after a kick to the back for 2. Trevor duct tapes Darby's arms behind his back and throws him across the ring. Darby, no hands, moonsaults off the middle rope, then a Lope Suicida. Darby rushes Lee, but Lee gets him with a double stomp for the win. This match was wild. I loved the arm behind the back spots. Darby Allin is super talented, and Trevor was really good on the microphone.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and watch this entire show. The next match, my first match, I had the honor of 2 awesome Lucha Libre style matches.
Yes, you did.
To watch. We had a triple threat between Puma King, Flamita, and Ray Horace. Now, if you are a Lucha Dodging fan, you need to see this match. There was so much like diving through people's legs and like leapfrogging over people, rolling out of the way of oncoming clotheslines and stuff like that.
Ninja rolls.
Yeah. And there was also some crowd interaction as well. There was a lot of like the superstars in the ring leading chants and stuff like that. And you come to expect that from Lucha Libre style matches.
Right.
And while supportive of everyone involved, the crowd was solidly behind Flamita. He was their pick for this match.
Good. I agree.
Some of my favorite spots include a Tope Suicida attempt from Puma King, thwarted by an enziguri from Flamita, but that was followed immediately by a Tope Con Hero from Ray Horace. What?
Nothing. I'm just making funny faces.
Okay. I thought I said something wrong.
No. What?
Is it because I didn't do the fucking Morrow voice for Tope Suicida?
Tope Suicida!
Flamita with a muscle buster set up into a code breaker was fucking sick. And Puma King pulls out the win with a sit-out powerbomb to Ray Horace.
Yes. The third match on the card was the lanky prick Zack Sabre Jr. against Hecha Cheryl from CMLL. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, oh well. A whole lot of mat wrestling here, very technical. Hecha Cheryl was a bigger opponent. You'd think he was more of a powerhouse than a technician. But many times he came up with one-ups from Sabre's submissions. Not your usual flippy luchador.
Right.
At one point, he did do a flying full-body clothesline. Hechicero broke out of the flying octopus stretch and brought Sabre up for a huge powerbomb for 2. Sabre won with a bridging cradle with his middle fingers to the crowd. This was a different match for the crowd than usual. Most of the regulars love this match, but there was a different minority in the crowd that was expecting what PWG would give you, which is high-octane, fast-paced matches.
Right.
I thought this was great. It slowed down the show, which, like I said before, it's on certain shows, you need to have those peaks and valleys. You need to have those rest periods as a fan. So I thought it was very good. Everybody hated Sabre.
Yeah. One of the best heels in the damn business right now.
Yeah.
It really is.
And he's a subtle heel. He's not like one of those heels that right away comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Like Jay White or Sammy or Tommaso. But then when you think about it, you're like, damn, that dude has heat.
Yeah, he does.
Which makes no sense because he's vegan. He loves fucking metal music. He loves awesome comedy. And he's for labor. Like, he's for unions and everything. So, like, everything about him is actually fucking awesome.
It's just his character in the ring is just so... I'd almost call him a passive-aggressive heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, he knows he's better.
Yeah.
Like, remember whenever he was talking about going against Kota Ibushi? Mm-hmm. He's like, everyone wants to talk about him going to the top and moonsaulting off the goddamn building. Well, I'm smarter than other people. I'll just fucking move.
That's actually a really good ZSJ impression because it's not just a generic British accent. He sounds like that.
Thanks.
He does. He has this very, very like I'd say off-putting, just douchebaggery about him.
Douchebaggery.
That's what it is.
Lanky prick, dude.
Yeah.
Lanky prick.
He's amazing at what he does. The next one is a match that I'm sure everybody is going to go see. Go back and watch it if you haven't.
If you have the chance to download this show, to buy this show, to find this show on Daily Motion or wherever, this is the match you're going to want to watch.
At least find YouTube highlights.
Yes.
Do something.
Do something.
We had Bandido versus Phoenix. Before the match even started, I knew I was in for a show.
Yes.
Because the crowd made this match seem like the real main event of the show.
They threw money at them.
They threw money at the fucking ring. It was insane. So there was lots of work with the ropes, and one spot that comes to mind is it was Phoenix who was setting up for a superplex or some sort of avalanche move from the corner, and Bandido was able to fight him off. No, hold on. It was Bandido that was setting up for the move. Ray fought him off. To where Bandido was straddled on the top rope with one foot on either side, but he had his balance and he was walking backwards on the middle rope with the other rope between his legs. And Phoenix took off from the top rope and walked the top rope and hit a Hurricane Rana from the ropes into the ring.
So Bandido was in the middle rope.
Bandido was standing on the middle rope.
Yeah.
And Ray walked the top rope and hit a Hurricane Rana.
That's some circus shit right there, dude.
It was insane. Yeah, lucha dodging, again, fun to watch. You have to love it. Towards the end of the match, it got really aggressive, though. There was a section where in the middle of the ring, they were chopping each other, but like those downhand chops.
The overhand.
Yeah. And it was a chop from Phoenix, chop from Bandido, chop from Phoenix. And that actually turned into a separation into a forearm smash fest, which then turned back into a slap fest.
Jesus.
And the crowd was going nuts for this. So they stopped chopping each other and actually hugged. But right out of the hug, Phoenix pushed Bandido off and hit a fucking super kick. After that, it was just near fall after near fall. There was middle rope sentons, lariats off of the ropes, just all kinds of crazy shit. But Bandido was finally able to pick up the win after countering an avalanche ace crusher into an avalanche falcon arrow and hitting a power driver.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Phoenix, above all other luchadors, makes me feel like a kid again.
Right.
The next match was Timothy Thatcher. He is a member of Ring Kampf, if you're not aware. He came from California, but is now relocated to Germany against Brodie King. 1/3 of Ring Kampf against the newly acquired ROH wrestler. Thatcher tried using his catch-can skills, but Brodie's strength and size proved formidable against the approach. Lots of strikes by both men. King busted open Thatcher's nose with a clothesline, and he was bleeding all over the place. As is with most Thatcher matches, it was stiff and brutal, and he was in there with Big Brodie, who didn't back off. Thatcher won via submission with a Fujiwara armbar. This shit was rough. If you have never seen a Timothy Thatcher match, go check out the Progress Wrestling. It was in Progress Wrestling last year against Walter. That is amazing. Any of the Ring Kampf versus British Strong Style matches, and he was the Evolve champion for over 500 days.
Yeah.
So, you can go back and check out his stuff.
When I was skipping through going to my matches, I caught the finish of this one. And I saw, and I felt like I had to go back and watch the whole thing because I saw the Fujiwara armbar finish and all the blood that was all over Thatcher and was running onto Brodie King in the fucking hold.
And he's got that scarf.
Yeah.
It says the mat is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says in German. I forget how to say it.
I don't know German.
No. The only word I know is something bad.
Well, I know 9.
I know 9 in the Rushwoods.
Yeah, that's true.
History.
Not everybody knows. It's unfortunate.
So, what was the next match you watched?
Oh my God! Well, it was none other than your favorite tag team of all time. It was LAX. Santana and Ortiz against the Rascals. Which
I was never in a gang. I don't know how to do all these hand things.
I can't do it either. Which is it was LAX against the Rascals, which are Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz. Zachary Wentz and Desmond Xavier were the champions going into a defense here. Yeah. So my first note here, this match should be shown in wrestling schools to teach tag team psychology.
Well, son of a gun.
It was fantastic. It started off with good sportsmanship. It started with handshakes in the middle of the ring and everything. But once the match got going, Santana and Desmond quickly became frustrated with each other and started being like real nasty to each other. Like flipping birds and like going for low blows and shit. At one point, Santana felt like he was going to punch him. And so Desmond goes like this, and then Santana ball tapped him.
Holy shit. That's not something I expect out of my team.
I know. It was odd. LAX really is one of the best teams in wrestling right now.
Fucking A.
They really are.
Them in the Bucks, man.
Yeah, them in the Bucks.
And the Revival.
And the Revival. Say yeah.
Say yeah.
The Rascals ain't much worse though.
No,
they were up there.
Not.
They were very good. This is one of those matches that you almost forget that you're supposed to take notes for because you end up just watching it. But the match did finally end after a lot of outside the ring work and a lot of punches, a lot of tope moves. It was a flurry of top rope offense. It was Santana that was legal, and it was a flip from the top rope from Desmond, followed by a flip from Zachary Wentz, followed by like a body splash running off of the ropes from Desmond, hitting the 1-2-3, and the Rascals retain the PWG World Tag Team titles.
Did they do the part like the one where like if Santana was on the ground, the other one pushed the other one onto him?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a wild spot. I think they just released that in moveset for 2K19, actually.
Yeah, probably. They just put out the new move spec.
So that leads us to our final match. Walter, the PWG champion, putting it on the line against none other than Geoff Cobb.
Walter, the newly signed NXT UK superstar.
These are two different types of big guys here, one who uses slams and one who uses strikes. Cobb defeated Bandido and Shingo Takagi in the Battle of Los Angeles, and Shingo defeated Walter in the same tournament. There was a nice feeling out process starting the match, both trying to establish dominance. Walter took over when he booted Cobb's leg and snatched on a wrenching headlock.
Right.
A big shoulder thrust took down Cobb, but Cobb gets him with a double leg takedown. Walter retreats from a vicious pounding. Cobb catches Walter in a fireman carry, but gets hit with a DDT. Belly to belly from Cobb, sending Walter across the ring. This doesn't stop Walter, who keeps on getting up and hitting Cobb with a lariat to the back. Walter in control from behind. Walter gets Cobb in the ropes and hits sledgehammer strikes to Cobb's chest. Strikes from Cobb until Walter locks in a choke. Cobb to the rope and a huge German from Walter. Walter puts his feet around Cobb's head and torques his neck. Just nasty stuff. A strike fest ensues until Cobb hits a German and a standing moonsault for 2. Cobb hit a twisting back suplex for 2. Both men put on a hell of a show, both with strikes, technical moves, each playing on top at points. Cobb with a tour of the islands, but waits too long for the pin, and Walter kicks out. Shotgun drop kick, power bomb, 2 count. And Walter floats over into a hangman's cravat and then into a sleeper on the ground. Nice. Cobb stands up with Walter on his back and pancakes him. Walter locks in the sleeper yet again. Cobb powers up, but Walter with another powerbomb and a diving body press off the top, which got him the PWG title in the first place. And it's a Cobb kicks out. Cobb pinned Walter with a 3/4 Nelson pin like you'd see in an amateur match after escaping a choke. This was great.
That's insane.
Not as many Walter chops and not as many Cobb power moves, but they saved a lot of that till the end so it would mean more. The crowd was going crazy at the end. This was an awesome showing by both men and a great farewell to Walter as he, like John said, ended up on NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool. And that does it for Smokey and the Bandido. I give this show, like I give most PWG shows, A+.
A+.
A+. All across the board from Armbar Audio. PWG is the mecca for indie, anyone outside of WWE.
Yeah.
Anyone outside of WWE, whether you other than New Japan, because New Japan doesn't allow it, but if you are ROH, if you are in Dragon Gate, or if you are in any other promotion other than New Japan and WWE,
lets
you want to
be
there. It's the who's who of wrestlers. They get people from all over the place. I mean, I just ordered. They have an amazing sale that runs from November to January. Their winter DVD sale. You can get 5 DVDs for $40, or you could get 3 Blu-rays for $40 or something like that. Let me tell you, the participants in Battle of Los Angeles this year. There's Adam Brooks, Ray Horace, Flamita, Puma King, Sema, Jody Fleisch, Bandido, T-Hawk, Joey Janela, David Starr, Brodie King, PCO, Trevor Lee, Marco Stunt, Sammy Guevara, Jonah Rock, DJ Z, Robbie Eagles, I already said those names, Darby Allin, Jeff Cobb, Ilya Dragunov, Shingo Takagi, Timothy Thatcher, Walter. I mean, that's like all over the globe. Who's who? You have Australia there. You have Japan. You have England. You have the UK or whatever. You have Americans. I mean, PWG is the mecca aside from WWE and New Japan.
Absolutely. PWG is and always will be the mecca for indie wrestling. So I think that is going to just about do it, right?
Well, we do have an announcement to make.
We do have an announcement to make. You see, we here at Armbar Audio are very close to 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Yes. Now we know we have over 2,000 followers on Twitter. We have 1,000 followers on Instagram. We have almost 200 followers on Facebook, but we only have 72 subscribers to our YouTube page. So our next giveaway is a twofer.
It's twofer.
1 through 100, you are eligible for this. That's a Cody Rhodes Funko Pop.
In celebration of all these All Elite Wrestling announcements, we are giving away an Elite prize.
That is correct. That is once we get to 100. Anybody who has been with us since the beginning to 100 is eligible for this. But that's not all.
Oh my God!
Should I do a Dawn West impersonation?
Yeah.
But that's not all. From 72 to 100. From 72 to 100, we got a crazy thing.
I'd say technically 73 to 100, but yeah.
Yes, 73 to 100, you're eligible not only for the Cody Rhodes, but you're also available to get this Gold Dust Elite Mattel action figure. So one lucky person could possibly end up with the Rhodes Dynasty, but I have a good feeling that they're going to get split up.
Yeah, possible.
But they'll still love each other.
They will still love each other. Because our giveaways, we pick at random. We spin the thing, it hits a number, and if that number happens to be under 73, whoever that is going to get Cody. And then we'll spin it again until we get a number over 73, and that's the Cody Rhodes. Or that's the Gold Dust.
But you could possibly...
If it spins over 73 the first time, you're getting both. That's
depends on what number we land on.
Right.
So if we land on number 85 twice, guess what? 85, you're getting them both. But that's highly unlikely.
It is.
But, so, get the word out there. We need to get to 100 subscribers.
And also, when we get to 100 subscribers, we can sign up for a custom URL and not have to have 8 billion characters after YouTube.
Yes, so it helps you as well.
Yeah.
Anything else, John?
I think I'm good.
All right.
I'm loving this new setup we got.
I do too.
Look how good we look on that screen.
You look a million times as much as you usually do.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means. But wherever you are in the world, whether it is morning, noon, or night, you have a great one, and peace and love to all of you.